Say, are you ready for a Tennessee Swiss festival? You see, right after the Civil War, a group of Swiss immigrants came to Tennessee, founded a colony in Grundy County, and, well, every year they celebrate everything Swiss. Rob Wiles decided to join them.
If you're like me, what you know about Switzerland is, well, watches, chocolate, cheese. What you may not have known was that in the 1860s, a group of Swiss immigrants came here to the mountains of southern Middle Tennessee, and they formed a settlement. Now, the settlement is long gone, but the Swiss keep coming back every summer to celebrate their heritage.
This reunion at Gruetli-Laager in Grundy County has been going on for decades each summer. It celebrates things Swiss, and in particular a group of hardy souls who settled here around 150 years ago. John Bagenstoss's family was among them.
In the year 1869, about 30 or 40 families left Switzerland, came to Tennessee, and they were here expressly to form a Swiss colony. And they found the mountains of Tennessee with the help of the president, Andrew Johnson, and the blessings of the Swiss government. And they bought about a 20 square mile area here in Gruetli, divided it up into 100 different lots of 100 acres each, which to a Swissman, he felt like that was a paradise for the size of the land. And about half the land was farmable, and about half of it wasn't. And this farm was one of the good farms. And these people survived, and they went on to prosper and raise good families, and some of those people are here today.
People come back to experience a little of the old farm life and recall the families who lived here. Clara Stamfley Brock Suter was born on the place, never left until she was a schoolgirl. Then she was asked by other kids where she was from, to which she answered,
"The end of nowhere." And then I said, "Most beautiful place on earth."
Took a lot of work to clear the land and make it so beautiful without the use of large-scale machines.
This right here is called a European-style scythe. It has a curve to it, two curves actually. This one right here and this one down at the bottom.
Which is part of what the homecoming celebrates, the hard work of those who came before.
That's the best one.
That's the best?
This is my favorite right here.
Still, there's time to appreciate the Swiss export that's probably the best known to us. Tony Scrocken immigrated from Switzerland to Wisconsin about 25 years ago. He and his band drove down to Tennessee for this celebration. Bringing the Swiss national instrument, the Alphorn, with them.
It's designed to communicate long distances. Actually, it was called the Herdman's horn at that time, you know, so they communicated from mountainside to mountainside with that. Depending on what kind of tune they blew or so, people would know what the message was.
The message Tony wants to relate about being Swiss really boils down to one word.
Diversification would be the big word of Switzerland, you know. We speak 4 languages, we have 50, 100, you know, different countries, you know, that immigrated to Switzerland as well. We get along. And that's, I think, you know, despite the big diversification, to get along, that I think is the true Swissness.
Preserving some of that Swissness is part of the point of this festival, to try to create a Swiss heritage museum here. The effort brought praise from the Swiss Consul General, Ulrich Hunn, who came from Atlanta for the event.
So I would like to thank the Grundy County Swiss Historical Society and its president for taking so good care of this homestead and to keeping on the memory of the forefathers. It is really superb, I think, to see how much enthusiasm is in their work.
Those words are as sweet as the sound of an Alphorn to John Bagenstoss and others like him who work hard to help recall the times and people past to benefit those of the present.
I'm more proud of being an American than I am Swiss, but at the same time I'm very proud of the fact that my ancestors came from Switzerland. These people were very family oriented. Their families stuck together. They stuck together through thick and thin, and so they were, I want my children to grow up that way. I want them to be proud of their heritage and know where they came from so they'll know where they're going.
Where many of them, and those of us who enjoy history and a good time, are going each summer is the celebration of the Swiss heritage at Gruetli-Laager in Grundy County.